How to break a weight loss stall while on a GLP-1 medication. Hi, my name is Consuelo. I'm a family nurse practitioner. I prescribe GLP-1 medications to lots of patients, and I've been on my own weight loss journey for the last year and a half. The number one question I get asked is how to break a weight loss stall while on the GLP-1 medications. What I find is that most patients that have stalled out on their weight loss have begun not prioritizing their protein intake. So the first thing I do is sit down and help them figure out how much protein they have been eating and then guide them on how much protein they should be eating. I will drop in the comments the guidelines for protein intake while during weight loss. Again, this may be different if you have something like chronic kidney disease or another chronic health condition. And of course, you should always check with your provider before starting any new diet program with a chronic health condition. The next thing I do is make sure that they are prioritizing strength training. We always think about cardio as the thing that we need to do to lose weight when it really is strength training that helps with long-term weight loss success. We want to build muscle mass. Muscle burns more calories for us. So when we have a higher muscle mass, we have a higher basal metabolic rate. Muscle also uses a lot of glucose for energy, so it's going to help lower our insulin levels. And insulin's a fat storage hormone. So when we start to decrease insulin levels, we will also make it easier for our body to burn fat instead of store it. The next thing I make sure is that they are staying well hydrated. You need to get hydration in our body. Our body is mostly water. It needs water to do all of its important functions. And so you need to be staying well hydrated. If you've been working out hard, you also need to make sure to get some electrolytes to help with your hydration status. The next thing that some patients can do is add in some supplements. Supplements like creatine and glutamine and NAD can be extremely helpful for those on a GLP-1 medication. Again, if you have any chronic health problems or take any medications, you should always check with your provider before starting any new supplement. If you're interested in finding out more information, please feel free to check out my website at goodhvl.com. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, you will find the link to my YouTube channel where I have lots of videos about how to improve your metabolic health. I have also designed a line of supplements that can be extremely helpful in those trying to improve their metabolic health. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments.